Okay, get ready to watch something absolutely horrible. So, in this occasion, I decided to play ranked as per usual. I'm trying to get out of silver, and major things happened in this game which were absolutely horrible. First of all, I played a game of a run before this, so my runes are. I forgot to change my runes, so I found myself using Conqueror in this game on Zoe, which is absolutely horrible. The second extremely bad thing that happened to me is I was missing frames. There was a horrible delay, so every action had to be pre thought of it like 2 seconds beforehand. So if the enemy will have been the enemy had been a little better, the game would have gone much worse for me. And the third bad thing, in a way, was Lucian wasn't the best ADC. But at the same time, I guess I still cannot control me from taking some kills, so that drove him a little, and he really wanted some kills. I couldn't give them to him, and if I tried, so that's how things were. And I thought I watched the match and commentate how bad I did. Maybe I noticed, maybe I don't. But I seriously wasn't doing my best. Especially in situations like the one I was in, I was very scared of getting some poke. So I stood behind a little too much. Which is not the best in Zoe. They just overextend. The thing right there is that Lucian was something. He was backing off before the last hit was made, so Mike might just kill him. So Aka just went in. I don't think she dies. So we had a pretty good quick lead, but the problem was starting on top with Camille getting ahead. She actually got pretty fed by the mid game. So Camille was probably the worst problem in the game. Another thing I did wrong probably was I didn't rotate properly, and I'm pretty off on my recall timing. Maybe I should have recalled here. I was hungry for experience and hungry for gold. So this could have gone much worse. But thankfully I survived. There is a complaint I will have in this game that will appear sometime after. That is with Triumph. And my complaint is that I fucking hate that run. The healing it provides just saves everyone at the worst time. and it did save me, and I do not really appreciate it, because if I did, then other people can do it. Anyway, oh, that wasn't good. No, I don't think that was good. I just saw that in the dark. Can I see fog? Uh, so let's see. Yeah, this shows better what I was, in what situation I was. My mid got a kill. The Fizz was okay. There are some questions. Well, there weren't questionable plays about Fizz. Fizz did alright. The best he could. Lucian was the thing that was a little annoying. The ways he died. No. The Rocco was just welcome to the bounce. Both Raka and Jeans were absolutely focusing Lucian, so I couldn't do much. I don't know enough about Lucian to say he was playing really bad or he was playing really wrong. I say he wasn't playing as good as he could have, but I don't have the knowledge to say what he should have done. Oh, the runes itself, I don't know. Maybe it healed me and gave me the nice true damage that Conqueror provides. I probably didn't feel it at all because I wasn't constantly attacking with Zoe. As she's a burst champion, I didn't get much chances to do such things. So I would like to see what happened here because I seriously thought Fizz got them, but didn't kill any of them. Almighty jump. The tricks are insane. I was so scared of Ramos there. The Relic mostly he even said he didn't know the matchup against Cavalier, so that was the worst problem he had. Just he didn't know how Cavalier works. He didn't know what to do against her. He did got some kills, and he did a good job, but because of lack of knowledge in the matchup, he just couldn't get full advantage in everything he did. Okay, that was just doing a big KS probably. I went full autopilot and I got comments of Lucian like, you KS'd me, dude, why? That was seriously my mistake. I should have see that he will have had enough damage, but with how fed I was. Oh, the Raka heals. I feel like he was a little slow there, but Camille also had a flash, so I'm not sure if he was going to be able to kill him anyway. Red tries its best to get some kills. Fizz follows up, Red regrettably dies too, but Zed also dies. Let's just do swords. I thought they were going to ward, they didn't. So I reacted with a ball, but it was this time. Now, this is a part I complain about losing, because he was seeing all, but he just went in with the enemy with this wave. He was surrounded by this, and because of that, I couldn't hit Jinx. At least I feel if I try to hit Jinx, there was a bunch of bodies in the way that I didn't know what to do with. Oh, that. I just left all the damage there. I wanted her to go away. But I seriously didn't like that because the whole wave, gigantic wave, he could have farmed instead of getting they also did Drake. The whole minion wave just blocked me, while also at the same time he couldn't move very well because of that minion wave. And Tyrion, most importantly, the wave was attacking him because he went on Soraka, so he probably got a good amount of damage from the minion wave. One problem with me, the main problem with me is my warding is horrible. Like sometimes out of last seconds I warn in these pushes, but they're not really good warding spots. Every single video I saw told me don't ward here. Like not much don't ward here, but never ward here, and I just many times my teammates do it because they have a ward available and they worry about this spot and they don't wait for me to go to the river. So I try to ward here, but they just come over there. And also everyone hides in the bushes so often, so I have the wards to just see them. That was a weird ult. That may have been a waste. Let's check on Fizz. Fizz is okay. This was doing mostly fine. It's just Zed got kills from other places. Oh shit, should I want to rewind because Lucian died again. I don't really want to finger point, but let me just go back a little this time. Just to see something real quick. What happened there? Could I have saved him? Well, I did try. That was a forward flash. Oh no, he was too desperate to kill Raka, so he went that far. Then I was waiting for my cooldowns to disappear on my bubble before I got out of the flash. I wanted the ball to get away. and that happened. That could have been a lot worse. Thankfully she had her ultimate. I don't know if she had would have landed it, but I was really worried about it. Okay, let's get to this situation. Alright. I was doing a little warding wait. Usually don't like doing that. Warding when I know they might be ping wards, but I do them most often to bait and put a bubble in there. I maybe would have died there, but thankfully I had the purification on to cleanse myself. Yeah, this isn't the bullshit one. So he finally gets a kill. I compliment him. And we were doing mostly fine. I don't know how to see my items. I was going full damage. That's what I can say. I was going mostly full damage. With all the things I have, Echo is really a core item, so I don't skip that when I can. When I have the opportunity, I just don't skip that. But then after I go, if I'm disguised, Ravens, of course. Ramos CC can be insane. Can be so annoying. I shouldn't have lost that CS. And they start drawing again. But I was just hugging the tower like a dummy. Now this one. This one? No, I died here. This iron. I don't know if I agree with the ultimate though. I don't know how much of a demerit the Conqueror was for me. Mainly because I don't precisely know how it works. I know I hit stuff, and when I hit stuff, it eventually gives me a little healing and true damage. Can I? I try to calm this. I just don't know how to do it. They get the Drake. Wasn't for them. I have problems contesting when I don't have my wall, because if I'm on this side and I have the wall, I can just steal it easily. But otherwise I will have to go around, and I just can't sneak so easily without either taking a lot of time or being seen. So I'm not sure what to do, how to properly steal. It usually works very in Baron because they take more time to kill him, so I can kind of go around here or around or here if there's the little fruit that explodes, and I get from this side. but since Drake is weaker, takes much less to heal, and I would even say these bases to ward are better than in Baron. Maybe they're the same. But that's the thing I have to learn, how to contest that. Oh, this one cracks me up. This one, I've been talking about the whole video. So I go, land a bubble on Jeans, go away and kill her, and he gets surrounded, and I'm going to die. And Triumph heals me. I was going to die, but Triumph heals me. Look how much it healed. Look at that shit. That was like 10 to 20%, 20 to 15% of my life. I hate Triumph. Fuck that room. It's not a cool experience to get in that situation. Oh, I die, but at least I'm going to kill this one, and they heal. They healed because they had Triumph. Not this set though. This set an inspiration. Back to me. I felt that miserably. Thankfully, sadly too. And here's where everything really started to go the most wrong. Because we just had to admire how fat Camly was. So I have shit. It's because I'm not using the keys, I'm using the mouse. The keys, it doesn't matter. So they get in, they kill a little on the tower, we get killed. Camly is way too fat. Lucian, despite being the last one, and being a Lucian, can't do anything. And we get wiped out, while our hero, Lizard Boy over here, was just pushing all he could and gain towers. Camly is really strong. It's especially annoying for Zoe because poor Lizard Boy. I've seen that Zoe, one complaint many people have is that she's pretty fast. She has pretty fast movement speed, and she has her W to give her even more movement speed, which I agree, it's pretty cool. It's pretty. If she has a spell in W or from her summoner spells, she gets pretty damn fast. The thing is, she depends on that, and every or almost every champ has a mobility. Well, I shouldn't say that. Many champs have an extra mobility to it. They just makes them faster than so in some way. So in the moment of truth, when I'm trying to escape or when I'm trying to chase someone, they have those tools available, and I don't feel I have the movement speed. Everyone tells me I have, but it may be just me. I'm a rather new player. I've been playing for a long time, but my experience was limited mostly to my games and one or two licenses and a specific character that I was using. Also, I wasn't just grinding Zoe all the time I was here. So you can see my skills aren't the best. That redemption wasn't the best. My knowledge isn't the best, just overall. Especially because even if I concentrated, the one thing League has is, well, Amora with different walls, is that to truly optimize yourself, you need to know what the enemy can do. And one complaint I always had with League is it's annoying for new players to go into the game and look at these champions, ask what does it do, what does its skills does, because it doesn't show you. And it shouldn't show you your their levels, which ones are active or anything, but show them, to show what they have and what they do. But no, you will have to look at individually. So we were a little dispersed. I may have killed that ward. It probably was mostly 14 kills. I was, as for the whole game, I was skipping frames. I was doing my best to land my shit. Oh shit, but the frame skipping delay just killed me. I was distracted here. Well, it wasn't worth it. Probably my fault because I'm the support. I'm the support and I didn't work. Everyone's doing their best. They get Camely. He gets an nice bounty. And we were in the late game. I can't really say what is late game and what isn't late game, but I just say by the time these towers are killed, the tier 2, let's say, it's late game. So with that advantage, they just straight take a farm. I'm dead, I can do anything, and even when I revive, there's a long way to farm, so I can do anything. Everybody seems a little oblivious to it, or they just don't know what to do. Lizard did know. Rennick did know. He tries his best to just push as far as he can and get away. He does get away, which is nice. So, actually, now that I'm looking at the whole replay, I felt the situation, I felt it worse than it actually was. I use flash there, I sometimes do that. To proc the W or to just get the extra range, sometimes just do that. Probably a mistake. Yeah, a mistake. So looking at it, it maybe wasn't as cancerous as I was going to be, as I thought it was while I was playing, because I was just in a shitty situation. I feel like all the time. It wasn't really as much like that. But again, Lucian was just very low. G was not really playing bad. He wasn't playing bad, but he was a little behind. With settings team. Can we engage in a team fight? I suck at Zoe team fights. Honestly, the ones I had an advantage, I just run over them because I have damage, so I get in and they get in farther and go with my Q. Maybe get an outplay. The ones I'm bad at it, the ones we are behind, I just cannot control them as a control mage. I cannot control the enemy properly. I will probably need to play some kind of control mage that is very heavy on the matter, like maybe Ambia, just so I start learning how to properly team fight control mages. so he tried his best to leave tower. He ignored the whole enemy team revival, and so there's that. Everybody was flying towards Dragon. And again, have the problem of contesting. I damaged them. I tried to continue the team, but I didn't do the best job for that probably. I did get my bubbles, but sometimes I swear sometimes my Q doesn't shoot no matter how much I press my one key. The little stars sometimes don't go. And I was feeling really pressured here because James was on this side and then Kamali was surrounding us. And she was the most first person and so I was really scared. And that's the biggest problem with Zoe. She's control mage, but she's mainly an assassin control mage. So she consists on killing one person. So fighting against two people as Zoe tends to go really wrong unless you kill one of those really fast and are completely still alive to kill the other one. Otherwise they outdamage you or they chain CC you, and CC on Zoe is like CC on E. It's the biggest kryptonite. So enemy team tries to force another fight, like Camly and Ramos. They really get away with it. I tried to get a James rapid kills on this turn. But again, Renekton and Fizz were just amazing. I won't have one without them. Especially again with my runing choice. If I had Electrocute, probably the Pro will have killed Jeans there. I won't say about deaths because the times that I died I was completely surrounded. So with Zoe being so squishy, the laning phase can be real hard, especially if she gets CC'd by holding champs. So I try using tanky runes as my secondary path. Resolution? I forgot. So here I got CC really hard and then he started getting surrounded and it was a way of saving it. So another teamfight breaks down with me dead. It's almost a free Baron because we were minus me and they were 5 with the fat Camely and Zed doing all the damage. So obviously Camely just goes and absolutely destroys Lucian. She is a little lost in what to do. Just try to get him and they get surrounded. I keep trying his best. Just hold down. I was really despair at this point. So like, okay, I will just fire in the layer. I even threw my Q in the front because I was not understanding what was happening with my internet. I don't know if it's the internet, I don't know if it's the game, if it's like 2 hours, or if it's an extended, I mean more than 2 hours. If it's a very extended period of time, sometimes the game just starts fucking out. Yeah, we just killed him. Well, my damage was high. I probably had Ravadon, and I don't think I got Sonya's. But the enemy team was being extremely predictable, so it wasn't. I wouldn't say I played well. I'd say that the enemy team didn't play. Was the one that didn't play well. They were mostly easy to skill shot. Everything I was throwing landed. They were all running straight lines. It's not a replay app I upload to say, hey, I carried the whole team. It's a replay I upload because it's embarrassing. I cannot make it more fun because I suck. My imagination just breaks. But here we're going to the collection. We'll have our last team fights. Everything breaks down. And yeah, this is the end. This was Support Zoe with Conqueror, quote unquote carrying the whole team with her horrible internet. And I hope that never happens again.